Welcome back to Brave Talk. This is Dylan.
This is Cadence.
This is Elena.
And this is Brooklyn.
And Alan's on the soundboard today. Today we have Elena and Cadence on the announcements around Brave Nation.
This week we are having Spirit Week to get rid of the winter blues. Monday was Jersey Day, Tuesday was Pink and Red, and Wednesday is PJ Day. Hope everyone is staying comfy today. Thursday is Cozy Flannel Day, and Friday is Brave Gear. If you need some new gear, Mrs. Solly has the Brave Cave in the library. There will be a chess tournament in the high school library this Saturday, February 18th, from 11 to 2. If you know how the pieces move, you're invited.
FCA has Bible study every Wednesday morning at 7, and they meet at Crossroads on Monday evenings. Come join the fun. Yearbooks are on sale now, and also, just to let everyone know, we are halfway through the third quarter right now. Hang in there and stay up on your schoolwork. Interns go home Friday.
Today we have two bowlers with us today, Lance and Emalee. Lance, Emalee, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Well, okay, my name's Lance. I bowl for the School of Logan Elm, and I'm in National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society. I'm in Student Council. I'm in Skills USA. I just won Bowler of the Year. I have the high average in the league. It's just a little bit about me.
Something about me is I'm in bowling, obviously. I do track and field. I throw. I did marching band, and that's basically it.
Okay, so how long have you guys been bowling?
I've been bowling for about 4 years now, since I started my freshman year. I didn't take it as serious my freshman year, but I really started to get into it about my sophomore year.
I've been bowling 3 years. Due to COVID, I wasn't allowed to bowl.
So you guys been bowling for a while now. So what got you guys into bowling?
Actually, it was just a joke. So me and Luke Thompson, we kind of just joined bowling our freshman year as a joke because we weren't really sure how we felt about it, but we were like, okay, free bowling, why not? And so we both joined it. It really piqued my interest.
So it's just a joke?
It was at first, but I dropped baseball for it. I really focused in on it because I really enjoy it.
My friend Ellie Stonerock wanted me to join just for fun, and I really enjoyed it after my freshman year.
Okay. So bowling can actually be really complicated. So explain to me how some of the things work in it and how complicated can it be?
So bowling is a very repetitive sport. The whole goal of the game is to throw the same shot 12 times and shoot the best game you can. So with that, you have to factor in what oil pattern you're bowling on, what cover stock your bowling ball has, the core of it, how you're throwing it. The mechanics are super important because if your mechanics aren't great, then you won't be able to have the same repeatability for each shot. So first off, you should focus on your mechanics regardless of score and practice that for several games until you can finally get down a form that you can repeat several times over so you can throw the same shot over and over. And then whenever you get to that point, throwing the same shot over and over then consists of where you adjust on the lane, where you throw over the arrows, where you slide, where your hand is in comparison to the ball toward your ankle when you release, what you're aiming at, what you're looking for, and then going through the pins. There's specific ways to go through the pins that make it a easier way to strike. Let's say you go high in the pins, which means you go through the first pin up in the front, which is the head pin. You most likely won't really strike, and you'll leave certain pins depending on where you hit the quote-unquote pocket. That is the 1 and 3 pins, or for a lefty, the 1 and 2 pin.
Okay, so you talked about mechanics a lot. Like, what kind of mechanics would a starter use, or what kind did you start out with?
So for me, I really needed to learn how to slide, and so that includes buying your own pair of bowling shoes. Really important. Another mechanic that's huge is like kicking a leg to the left because it also helps you balance a whole lot. Different mechanics like where your head level is, where you're looking, your backswing's pretty big, your steps toward the approach are pretty big.
Okay, so this is a question for both of you. Do you both drill your ball?
I do because it makes it easier for me to roll it.
What about you?
So I actually get mine drilled by certain pro shops. So like if you drill it at certain angles, it'll make the holes in certain angles in your bowling ball.
What is hooking?
So hooking the bowling ball is when you release your bowling ball, you kind of come through it like you're, I guess, shaking a hand, and you rotate the ball off your hand. So rotating the ball is, hooking the ball down the lane. Usually the oil will stop it from hooking before it gets to the break point, which is at the end of the pattern, because that's where the friction is and that's where the ball will pick up. That's where different cover stocks come into play. And that's why you use different cover stocks to approach different patterns, because some work better than others.
Okay. How do you guys choose the correct ball weight?
Well, first you want to get a practice ball from the bowling lanes to see how heavy they are, and then you can get your personal ball from the shop or from online.
So do you just have to get a starter ball and then you just work up to one, or can you just buy one?
A lot of people, when you go to the bowling alley, you obviously pick up bowling balls to see what weight feels comfortable for you. A big thing with one-handers who use their thumb is their backswing. So you got to have a bowling ball that's not too heavy for your backswing, because if it is, you won't be able to get the correct amount of power and the correct amount of comfortability from the ball.
Okay, so why is there so many choices for bowling balls?
So different choices for bowling balls include cover stock and core. Cover stock would be plastic, rubber, urethane, pearl, and then cores would be asymmetrical, symmetrical. Picking the certain bowling ball is really important, because plastic balls usually are spare balls. They will go straight, you throw them at spares. That creates consistency in your game. You get a solid bowling ball if you want a very rounded off your hand approach to it, or a pearl to hook the lane a little bit more. But generally, so if you have a pattern that's about 32 foot, you want a ball that doesn't hook quite so much, because you have 28 foot of friction to deal with, where if you have a ball that hooks too much, it will hook too early and get left really fast.
Okay, so when getting late in the season in bowling, it can get kind of serious with MSL coming around, and MSL is a big deal for you guys because you guys always do very well in it. So do you guys ever do anything to lighten the mood around practice or during games?
Yeah, we have a couple chants that we do.
So it's not really a spirit lifter. It's more of we do it every game, when we're having fun. So traditionally games are bowled. Everybody bowls on the team. There's a 5-man team, so everybody bowls their own individual games for the first 2 games. Then we bowl something called a baker, and a baker consists of the first bowler bowling the first and 6th frames, second bowler 2nd and 7th frames, the third bowler is 3 and 8, fourth bowler is 4 and 9, then the anchor, which is the best bowler on the team, usually, is the 5th and 10th bowler. So he bowls the 5th and 10th frames. Through those frames, we do different chants. So if you throw a strike, one of our teammates will yell tick tick that threw the strike, and then everybody just yells boom, just to be loud and have some fun. So we try to keep the spirits up doing that, because the more fun you have, the better you bowl.
Do you guys have any advice for newcomers to bowling? Any other kind of advice you guys got?
Just kind of try it. Really, that's what I did. I kind of just went for it, tried it, really enjoyed it. Don't be afraid to just take new experiences and just take your opportunities and just try it. Or join a league if you want to be a bowler. So we have different leagues that are bowling alley, where usually it's on Saturdays, and you can bowl 11 in the morning, and you just bowl 2 or 3 games and you learn from there. Coaching's a really big thing. I get lessons. That really has made my game a whole different level. I would say practice and just try it, see what you like. I would recommend joining a league or getting lessons, or if you want, reach out to the kids on the team.
Emalee?
I agree with everything he said. I would also not buy a ball right away. I would start with a starter ball from the lanes. That way it could help.
All right, Lance, Emalee, thank you guys for coming out today on Brave Talk. Make sure to check us out on YouTube next time. This is Dylan and Alan signing out.